Hello and welcome to the APW. I'm here with Dean the Machine Pearson, who's young Legionnaire today. Right, we're going to be going through his drum kit and what he's been using. So, Dino, take it away. What's well, let's start with like snares and that. So, what have you got an endorsement with at the moment?
I've got a deal with Premier Drums, a British company. Been playing Premier most of my life. I just got a deal last year, and I love the things.
Yeah, are they? Is it a maple thing or what?
I've got no idea, mate. It's wood. It's definitely wood. It's pretty heavy, whichever the heavy wood is.
Okay.
Heavier than like most of my kits.
And size of snare and kick?
Well, it's not this kit, but it's my snare is a 14 metal thing. I don't know what it's called, but it's got loads of holes in. It's like somebody's just like got a really hard thumb and they've just gone like.
Right, I got you. Yeah.
All over the one of those ones.
Mm-hmm, lovely. And skins wise, what do you normally play?
Usually, I like. I still don't know how to say it. Remo, whatever.
Yeah, Remo.
Pinstripe.
Yeah, pinstripe.
The pinstripe ones, they're my favourites, I think.
Nice. Cool. Cymbals wise, what have you got?
At the moment, I'm with a company called Media. I know they're made in Turkey. There's something about them I like. You know, it's like especially the hats. I love these hats.
There's like a bit of a blend there going on.
Yeah, I like it when they've got two different colours, two-tone stuff.
Do you find that they're brighter or darker than what you'd normally have, kind of thing?
It's just about spot on, you know. It's like out of the whole set, when it turned up, I'd say that was like the closest to what I was using already. You know? It's like my preference, if you will.
Brilliant. Fantastic, mate. Hello, I'm here with Paul Mullen from Young Legionnaire, and today, obviously doing a session, but we're going to talk through his rig for today. So, Paul, what do we have guitar-wise?
Guitar-wise, I'm a lefty, so whatever I can get my hands on, really. You go into a guitar shop and you have like a choice of two guitars. But managed to get this SG, which holds bottom A, I tuned down to A, and this is the only guitar that seems to keep it, and it sounds flappy enough and heavy enough, and it's got the beef.
Yeah.
Epiphone Casino from 97, I think it is. A great all-round guitar, really. I've used this more on records than I have done any other guitar now. It's just so versatile, and it's slowly becoming my favourite guitar now, which I didn't think was possible, because this is the first guitar I ever bought, and it's a
Fender Telly.
Yeah, reissue 62. I bought in 97 for £250 from a place called Grot Guitars in Newcastle.
Wow.
Which isn't there, I don't think, anymore. It was on Eldon Square, and yeah, that has been on every single record that I've ever recorded, from like Milo, Automatic, Losers, Young Legionnaire. It's been everywhere, traveled the world with me, so
amazing stuff.
Which was good for the three guitars in Milo, but with Young Legionnaire there's just the one, and it just doesn't cut through as much. So I've opted for the hollow body and the SG, which just really filled out the sound a bit more, you know.
Cool.
So there they are.
Amazing. Right, amp wise, what we're running today?
We've got the PV Delta Blues 210, and this is just phenomenal amp, really. I've got a couple of these. Are
you kind of like use the amp for drive, or are you more driving from pedals?
Pedals, are more my thing. I just use a really good clean sound, and this has one. It has a really good drive channel as well. I was using it on the last or first Young Legionnaire record, Crisis Works. We were in a studio in Wembley, and they had one there. And it was just, I can't remember what I was using at the time. Maybe a Blues Breaker, and I had my old Orange. But then I started using this, and it just cut through really well. It worked so well with Gordon's bass, and I ended up getting two, in fact.
Oh, cool.
So. Yeah, and it's great for gigging. It's great, it's a good all-rounder. Practice, gigging, and studio amp.
Pedals wise, what have you brought with you today?
So it's a bit of a mixture today, because in a couple of the projects I use different things, and one of my bands, my guitarist has got some of my pedals, so I nicked this from Luke from Horsefight, which I'm also play with. It's really good. I normally have an OCD there, But this guy is the Turbo Rat, and he is broken, and he's been broken since the day I bought him. And it's actually my sound again. I've had this pedal forever, and this is the first thing, other than a super shifter or an OC3 that I maybe put in beforehand. This is the first thing that happens.
Yeah.
On my pedal board. Everything else delays and stuff, but this is always the first guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's broken. Yeah, I think just because of the cheap components that they use with some of these pedals and mass produce, some of them have either just not been wired correctly or they're just faulted ever so slightly, which is fine. But this I replicated about 10 years ago. I got an exact same pedal board with all the pedals, so I got a Turbo Rat, and I was just like, it sounds completely different. Sounds great, but not like this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's an interesting.
And you're running delay things, I see.
Yeah, So this is a mixture of just how I use this board. Was swapping out a couple of pedals for like a vocal thing as well. So I'm doing a lot of stuff with my vocals through the DD5 and DD7. I've also got a DD3 that I don't bring. DD5 for holding stuff, just to grab a couple of notes and vibe it out.
Yeah.
Mainly when I'm tuning after a song during a set, so it doesn't sound dead.
And are you using the delays on any of the tracks we're doing today?
Yeah. I mean, it just depends on how it feel in the track.
Oh, great. Okay.
Some of the reverse stuff on the DD7 I'll be using, but it's mainly just to fill out some. On the odd occasion that I do a little solo on the tracks, then I'll put a bit on just to make it sound nice and that.